Rainier Scholars cultivates the academic potential and leadership skills of hardworking, low-income students of color. By creating access to transformative educational opportunities and providing comprehensive support to scholars and families, we increase college graduation rates and empower new generations of leaders. I think many people think that leadership comes with age and position. We believe that it starts much younger, and we want to provide students with knowledge and skills and opportunities.
Rainier Scholars come in a variety of forms. They are not the kids who only get A's. They are not the kids who know all the answers to things. They aren't necessarily always the kids who have traditionally done every homework assignment. But they're kids who want to be there, and they're kids who are willing to work, and they're willing to put in the effort to improve upon the things that they aren't good at.
Well, I applied to become a Rainier Scholar because I wanted to change my future and so I could get a better education.
It is critical that students start preparing for college at an early age. In fact, when you go to an elementary school, there isn't a student there that will tell you that they don't want to go to college. They all want to go to college. But it's far less clear to them what it actually takes to get there and the hard work required to become a college graduate.
Well, I didn't have a chance to go to college because when I was younger, I kind of took education for granted. I've helped Jason by just being there for him, crying with him, laughing with him, encouraging him, helping him with homework. Like when he read To Kill a Mockingbird, I read that with him.
What surprised me the most about Rainier Scholars is that it's such a tight-knit community that everybody can know each other and depend on each other and call each other at a second notice and be able to get the help that they need or answer questions, have feedback, kind of bounce off stuff against anybody, the staff, as well as the children or the advisors that are in the program.
As a student advisor, the things that are rewarding is being able to see your students grow. I've been Angie's student advisor for 14 months. Throughout the 14 months, she's grown a lot. She started really shy, really timid, unsure of herself, and she really blossomed a lot. She learned what she's capable of.
Rainier Scholars is not about being a perfect student. It's mostly about making a mistake and then being able to fix it.
Well, I know the struggles personally. I went through the same things I think that she went through. You know, late nights, being tired in the morning. You know, sometimes I felt like giving up and didn't know where to turn, and then there was my student advisor. So I kind of tried to be that role model for her as well.
So yeah, how are your classes going? Like, what do you think is the most challenging thing you've had to deal with?
She helped me by basically giving me advice on how to do good in class and how to not be as nervous or shy. She also helped me be organized and told me all the advantages. And she also helped me on one of the biggest things, on how to speak up and how to participate more in class.
And as you can barely notice is that also this is a double bar graph. There's another graph right next to every single one, and it's for the high-income countries.
So my family supported me by basically always saying that I can do it, or they always prepared for me to be ready when I get home and to start my homework.
Me inspira su fortaleza, su inteligencia, que ella quiere ser alguien en la vida, que es muy inteligente, que trabaja fuerte, que le gusta estudiar. Eso me inspira de mi hija. Que le gusta estudiar.
Without Rainier Scholars, I'm not really sure where I would be, because I remember before Rainier Scholars, I had been getting in a lot of trouble at school, and I probably would have continued that behavior if it wasn't for Rainier Scholars. But now that I'm a senior at Lakeside, I can see how my personality has changed for the better, and I'm no longer getting in trouble, and I'm always dedicated to finishing my homework, and that's truly a value that I learned from Rainier Scholars.
Where Jalen is today, I never thought that it would be possible for him to succeed in the process that he's done. He's really accomplished a lot. Jalen is ready to start applying for colleges right now. He's planning on applying for Stanford and USC. I'm so proud of my son to see that he can do all the things he's done.
At Rainier Scholars, we know that academic success is about more than just what happens in the classroom. And we work really hard to ensure that a student has social emotional support and gets opportunities to grow as a person and not just as a student.
This program is a challenge, but it's not a challenge without people to help you succeed in those challenges. It is a program that is built for success. My students don't come in perfect and they don't leave perfect, but they improve and they leave more ready for the challenges ahead in schooling than they came in.
What's fun about being a Rainier Scholar for me is that it's not only you that's going through it. You know that there's more people that are going through the same thing that you are, so you're not alone, and there are other people that you can consult with to understand something if you're having trouble.
Well, as a person, I've changed because I feel more confident about doing things, and I'm more of a risk taker. I can do things that I probably wouldn't have done if I wasn't in that program.
I've seen tremendous changes in Jason. He's more outgoing. He just has a real thirst to learn things. He just loves to learn, and he's more confident.
Myself, I kept saying that I've become a more open person and I've become someone that feels more brave. But as I talk to people about how I changed, they say I become more confident. And then that got me thinking, yeah, I've become more confident in the way I work and my grades and the way I talk to people or get to know people.
W.E.B. Du Bois says that there is in this world no such force as the force of a person determined to rise. And there is nothing more inspiring to me than seeing a student and their family realize that they have the power within themselves to change their own lives.
I would advise parents that are on the fence about sending their kids to Rainier Scholars that it's a very difficult road to go, but it's well worth it in the end, and that you got to think about it as the goal at the end is a little bit like Jason says, sometimes it's a now later. There's a lot of work now, but there's a lot of benefits later for it, and so it would be well worth it if you put your child in the Rainier Scholars.
I believe that everyone should know that Rainier Scholars isn't just a college prep program, but it's also a second family. For example, for me, I've gone through and I've had tremendous support by many individuals, teachers, adults, and students also that helped me get to where I am today.
I feel as though he's almost won the lotto, but it's like a lotto for education.
I know this is kind of a cliche, but Rainier Scholars hasn't just, opened the doors, but they've opened gates and given me wings, and they've helped me fly to mountains that I didn't even know existed. They introduced me to accelerated programs, introduced me to the life of private school. Now I'm in college, and they're still right there behind me.
I am proud of her because she is the first member of my family going to the university. That's for that reason I'm proud of her.
What I want for my future is to graduate college and to have a career and not only have a job that benefits me but also benefits the community.
The only thing I can say to Rainier Scholars is thank you very much for everything, and keep going, keep going, because it's too many people, they need help like us.